Yo, that happened in this episode. Damn, this series is straight trauma. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This whole series is fucking trauma, bruh. Huey gets Kimiko, and they go to meet up with A-Train at whatever the fuck this place is at. And A-Train's like, what the fuck you want? Huey tell him, I need V to say my dad. First of all, A-Train just like, first, you smoking weed. Homelander got that type, like, you know what I'm saying? So obviously we ain't doing that. Fuck that bitch, you owe me. You killed my girl. Like, you literally blew through her in a way that is unacceptable, and there is no acceptable way, and you was beyond that. Basically, A-Chain was like, fine, dipped out. Kimiko was tripping out on Huey. Kimiko had tripped out on Huey because she didn't know what they were doing there, who they was meeting, why they was meeting them. They're like, yo, your daddy, you gonna have to let that go. Literally giving him, Kimiko was giving Huey the Spider-Man 2099 speech. This shit was a canon event. You're supposed to let that shit happen. And as soon as he dipped out, they start getting shot at. Now, hold on, sidebar. This mother was looking at Huey through a scope that whole time he was talking to A-Train. Now, I understand not taking the shot because A-Train was right there, but as soon as A-Train left, you still scoped on Huey. How did you miss for it? What is this stormtrooper ass shit right here, bro? You literally was looking through a scope the whole time. I'm sorry. He ain't do no duck, dodge, dip, none of that. But I digress. They try to run. Huey fucks his ankle up on a forklift, and that is no motherfucking joke, bro. Like, that shit made me cringe. I seen it happen. I've come close to it happening to me. Like, I've tripped over shit like that. I just didn't, like, fuck up my ankle. Like, bruh, set your fucking forks down. Like, what are you doing for real? They had to run into an office building. Kimiko just started grabbing random shit, ripped the file cabinet, took the sword from the paper cut thingy, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? The shit that we all always wanted to do with that. And got some box cutters and basically made Huey a shield and some box cutter shit, you know what I'm saying? Seal sword, seal knife type shit. What is this bootyful ass tourniquet? Like, that's not whatever the fuck it is to hold man's foot together so we don't fuck up and fall. Realistically, that's not you need more stuff. There are extra steps that go into this particular activity that you're kind of skipping, but I guess it made him feel better. Kimiko basically told mans, yo, you gotta fight or die. Like, nothing else matters if we don't make it out of this moment. And they go out there. Kimiko gets active immediately. We see Scarface girl again, and she got a whole ass rocket launcher or grenade launcher. Sorry, yeah, she got a whole ass, bro. Hold on. As far as people being ready to take on Kimiko, for real, girl was prepared. Girl was prepared for real. Like, who shows up with a grenade launcher to kill 2 people? Who does that? Let me tell you who does that. Somebody who's fucking prepared and understands the assignment because they know who they dealing with. Because that oh shit. She blew Kimiko in half. Kimiko got hit with a whole ass rock. Now, I'm really questioning the extent of Kimiko's healing ability. Like, do you just have to completely vaporize her head in one shot? She done fell from buildings and all type of shit, and she took a grenade launcher to the gut. Boom! Laying in half on the floor for everybody. The innards out for everyone to see. Huey got hit with the oh shit moment. He saw that. People start shooting at him. A lot going on in his general area. So he run away, but he get caught up on. He's fighting this dude. They going back and forth, throwing shit, moving and cutting, and Huey getting fucked up while he's trying to fuck up this dude. And the dude got Huey pinned up against the wall. He about to do that other type shit to him. You know what I'm saying? That unalive shit. And Huey found it in him to take said man's life in crucial manner. And he's standing there looking at his work with like this look on his face like, yeah, I just did that. I'm him. I feel like boy was feeling himself in that moment. But then he cut back to Kimiko fighting Scarface girl, and you see her healing up. I don't even know why you would have given Kimiko the time to do that, because it would have been straight work. I would have grabbed one part of the body and moved it from the other so there was no healing that particular part, you know what I mean? Or I don't know. Well, we saw the arm come back, so it might just, would you get 2 Kimiko? No, probably just the one that connects to the brain is the one that keeps healing. So she probably would just got a whole new bottom half, but would have just been naked. Kimiko trying to be like, yo, come on, like, I want to be friends type shit. And then you figure out, like, nah, Kimiko, you a op to this girl. Apparently, you find out Kimiko the reason this girl got scars on her face, and she was like, yo, fight or die, bitch. She pretty much the same shit she told Huey, but in different terms, because the girl was fighting Kimiko at this time. It was a flashback. Based the fuck girl up, gave her the scars, and that's why the girl felt the way she did. Kimiko crying, you know, she's like, damn, I thought we was friends. I didn't even know that I was the one that whooped your ass. I understand. I wouldn't want to be my friend either. If I fuck me up like that, like in your position, you know what I'm saying? If somebody handed me my ass like that, you feel me? I wouldn't want to be their friend either. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you alone. You was just somebody like I thought I remembered real quick. I guess I got memory problems, so I didn't know that we was ops like that. But I fucked you up for real, so I get it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my homie and be out. And girl was like, Kimiko in her mind like, nope, I get it, I beat your ass. Something crucial, fucked your face up. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Starlight, yo, you know Starlight running this teen shelter shit, right? And I guess that firecracker bitch, whatever. She decided to hold some kind of internet shit on the other side of the street and was like going off on Starlight for like 6 hours, right? Talking all kinds of shit. And during this time, Butcher and Mother's Milk got the idea to get some dirt on Firecracker presented to her to get information on what Sister Sage is doing. During the course of that, right, Firecracker lets off some pertinent information about Starlight having an abortion. That was it. Let me tell you something. What Starlight did to this woman. Starlight beat the dookie dog shit out this girl, bruh. This was crazy. Girl goes over there, right? You see lights flickering on and off and shit. She just gets to work, bruh. Like, was there words? I can't even remember for real if there was even words. And just starts putting hands on the bitch. Flies into the air, comes down with the beam light of Jesus punch, picks her up. You know, it's different. Like, listen, when you get to grab you by the collar, punching you in the face shit, I think girl was asleep but didn't really know she was asleep. She was beating the fuck out this girl, just hitting her over and over again. Medical records type shit. You ain't supposed to have that. And Mother's Milk coming like, hey, you need to relax. Come here. Yo, people is watching. I think it was earlier, Mother's Milk and Butcher had found out that this Firecracker girl was acting, you know, a little like she was 28, messing around a little 15-year-old boy. At her, whatever, she was a camp counselor, and they was trying to get her for that shit. What? Just the camp counselor for real, like on some straight Jason Voorhees shit. They had told her basically, give us the information on Sister Sage or we gonna send this shit. She hit them with the I got you, dude. Sent it herself, like not sent it, like tweeted it herself. And they was just like confused in that particular moment. And then she went out and played some shit to the crowd. I am saved and I with this little boy, but God saved me and God put that boy in my path. No, bitch, stop it. God put that boy nowhere near your path. That was all devil work. So they were still trying to find out ways to get some info. So they sent Frenchie into her trailer to try to find some dirt, and he ended up getting caught by, you know, Mr. Fantastic Penis. And dude had started fucking Frenchie up, bruh. Threw mans out the window, and that was pretty much it for him. Frenchie was asleep. KO. Good night. Butcher had come up trying to save mans and got, and it, well, actually he was actually doing pretty good. Froze man's hand, broke that shit, but he got caught up in a chokehold. Whatever that little wigwam shit that Butcher got going on in his body from the V that he took, something took over him, because you see it going to his head, and that was raps. Man's blacks out, comes back, evisceration, body parts, human pieces from one guy, just like everywhere. I don't know what happened. I don't know what abilities that this shit gave him, because when he took the green shit, he got the eye lasers and some other shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what feral fuck shit is this. Like, I don't know what's happening with that. That's how that happened, and they had to piece out of that whole ass situation. Frenchie told mans about killing his family. Finally, I really feel like he could have avoided all that if he just didn't. Fuck, mans, dude beat the dog shit. And what's fucked up is like this happened fresh out of my man being concussed. He was already dazed. He got thrown through a window into a trailer. Boy was asleep. Woke up to an ass whooping, a self-made ass whooping. Because like I said, he told mans that it was me who killed your family. Showed the scars on his ankle, and dude beat the shit out of him. Tried to choke him to death, but he was dealing with like emotional turmoil on the inside. You done fell in love with somebody, right? Turn around and find out this is the same motherfucker that killed your family that you have traumatic ankle dreams about. And now you don't know what to do with yourself, but still beats the shit out of him, man, chokes him half to death, and then leaves and said, if you ever come near me again, I'll kill you. Well, I mean, shit, yeah, I mean, you was near him. You came over here, started fucking me up. You find out that Sister Sage, her brain, right? Her brain regenerates. That's part of her shit for being smart, right? So she lobotomizes herself. Basically makes herself you know, a little stupid for a second so she can make compromising decisions like fuck deep. Because bruh, I gotta tell y'all something, this scene was hilarious. So he came in and he's telling her like, yo, you split personality disorder bitch, I don't know what in the schizophrenia is going on here. I feel like you're playing with my emotions. And so she tells him what was up, and she's like, yo, I need you to stick this in my eye cavity area. And he's like, yo, I got caught with an octopus, you feel me? You know how I get down, like I do what I do, but I don't know about doing this though, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I'll let you put it in my booty and do all this other shit. And he was like, so like, what you mean, like right here, right, like right there, right? Bro, he sticks it in, and this bitch was like, okay, you got it. Now use the hammer. I'm over here like clutching myself like, oh my God, I don't like this. He starts hammering this in, bruh. I'm like, with each one, I'm just like, oh, fuck, damn. I can't. She's like, Now scrape that motherfucker like a good itch. She had that look on her face with a damn needle in her brain, scrambling her bruh. No. I can't. Ain't no way. Pulls it out, and then they get to work with blood spewing out her eye. That is crazy movement. That is insane behavior. I don't condone this. A-Train had to get the V from Homelander shit, so he in there doing that, and I forget what this redhead bitch name is, but she come down like, oh, what are you doing in here? Bitch, what is you doing in here? He zips upstairs, and she shit in man's toilet and left. Bro, and I gotta say, I'm with A-Train on this one. He said that is the most literal piece of shit clapback I have ever seen. What are you doing? Like, you should have just sat somewhere and stayed quiet. That's the move. I feel like Homelander is the type to find a way to DNA analyze that shit. They decide not to tell on each other and they move on. And A-Train gives the V to Huey, and he's like, "Are we good?" And I gotta give it to Huey. He found it in him to forgive A-Train. You know, they've been trying to flip A-Train, and A-Train's been teetering. So like this is good progression in that direction. Whereas Butcher, you know what I'm saying, he don't like Soups in any way, shape, form, or fashion. She's like, nigga, how could you? How could you forgive him? They were talking about the V. Butcher was trying to tell him not to use it, to no avail, because Huey still went to the hospital. You didn't see Huey use it. His mom came in, and then he goes to get something, but then when he comes back, you see that it's in his dad's IV. Huey's like, what the fuck's going on? But the mom seemed like she knew what was going on, like she was expecting it. So it seemed like they both had the same idea. But now you wonder what the mom is involved in if she has the V. So like, why do you have that type deal? You know what I'm saying? But the dad woke up. The dad's up, and we get to see what potential powers he may have, because I forget the man's name, but he's been the same Shaun of the Dead, all that other stuff. I love him as an actor, so for him to have an actual role to actually do some shit in here would be crazy. Homelander was feeling a type of way, right? And he was talking about, we need to go back to our roots. Now I had thought that meant that he was going to do some of the things to his son that they was doing in when they was like bringing him up, like the tests and all that other shit. I thought that's what they was talking about when they was like, we gonna get back to our roots, right? Wrong. Fucking wrong as shit. Let me tell you something. That man went back to where they was having him at, brought a whole ass cake, you know what I'm saying, for the crew, the people. Here's the thing, bro. When people see Homelander, there's immediately a shift of uncertainty. Why is he here? What does he want? Like, what you want to get to the brass tacks of that shit, because you know it's not. He ain't just chilling over here. All they could think of, I bet, in those moments when that motherfucker just showed up out the blue, he pissed off at what we did. You already knew. That man came down there with cake. What? That man came down there with cake, telling them to eat up, right? Where's the lady? I did the lady that was in charge and all that other shit. He grabs this one elderly gentleman and was like, hey, I forget this motherfucker's name, all right? He wasn't a character for long. He was like, yo, I want to play a game of waste paper basket. Now, I ain't never called it that in my life. I never really even knew there was a name for something like that. I just always threw the trash in the, you know what I'm saying? It was just a thing. And if you missed, you was garbage. Get it? During the course of them playing this game, Homelander just wants to start talking about and bringing up some of the good old times that he had with them down there. And you was here, sit here, your chair. He's like, you got your little shot. You did a little fist bump. Because remember, I was sitting in this motherfucking oven over here, right? Being cooked alive. And then in the midst of the game, they're like, you know what, bruh? Hop in this oven real quick. Because remember, that's what y'all did. If you don't, then your whole family can hop in the oven with you. That was crucial. They put you in a position where you couldn't even be mad at Homelander, which is crazy. You were in this position where you like, yeah, nah, they kind of earned this one. At some point, somebody had to think like the psychologicals on this boy was about to go off the rails. But I guess nobody had that kind of forethought. I don't know why. But anyway, homie gets in the oven. Homelander turned that shit on. Boom. Boy just up in flames on Homelander, takes the last shot and was like, I bet you would have won. Not only that, this man, he looks at the other dude and he like, hey, come here. And he's like, hey, Homelander, I was always nice to you. Homelander was like, yeah, I remember you was always nice to me. Mostly. What you mean mostly? Fuck. Damn it. Shit. He was like, hey, yeah, you remember that nickname you have? Yeah, Squirt. You remember that shit? Yeah, that shit was so cool. You remember how you got me that nickname? You remember? You remember? I was like little teenage boy doing what little teenage boys doing then. You know what I'm saying? Because I had just a little bit of time to move like that when you was doing your rounds. You was watching, but like one night, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't finish the time and you popped in here and see me with my pants down. and you laughed. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was real funny. You thought that shit was hilarious. Remember? Hee haw haw, nigga. I gotta be real with you. It hurt my feelings. That man looked at Homelander and was like, I am so sorry. You could hear how sincere that man wanted that statement to be. Homelander was like, hey, you know what? I get it. It's cool. I understand. Don't even trip. But tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and sit right here, and I want you to stand right over there and beat off. Hey, everybody, come over here. Check this shit out. Yo, that's extra. That is mad extra. Homie started just going to town on himself in front of everybody, and this fool Homelander losing his mind like, you better move. Hey, you know what? Make it a little more interesting, bro. If that shit don't, you know what I'm saying? If it don't hit critical mass, you know what I mean? I'ma blow it off. Pause. But he said, I'ma laser your dick off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, that is crazy work, bro. That's a lot to be doing. In the last video, I was like, you can't just be shooting laser beams through people's head. You sure as hell just can't be shooting laser beams at people dead, bruh. Like, what do you mean? That man, that boy, he was going hard. You could see it in his face. The face that nigga was making was a thing of nightmares. Stop looking like that. Even if this is what you gotta do, there ain't no reason you gotta look like that doing it. You already look like this doing it. Why you gotta look like that doing it? This man for real like spitting on his hand and shit, and his Homelander like, yeah, more spit, come on. But homie couldn't do it, obviously, and Homelander telling him, all right, it's cool, don't even trip, man. I understand. It happens, obviously not to me because I'm that nigga, but it happens. I got you. It's cool. Psst, whole shit through his pelvis, through the pee-pee, out the poo-poo. It was on some next level shit, and the camera angle that they gave you was wild. Man's hit the ground. He's not dead, but like wishing he was. There's no not wishing that you hadn't passed on at this particular moment in the ground with a huge ass hole through your growing out your ass. There's nothing left for you here. The lady that Homelander was waiting on shows up and was like, hey, yo, just put him out of his misery. Homelander crushed man's head. He put his boot down. And that's when old girl over there threw up. There was no handling any of that. But this lady, you know what I'm saying, she come in with different kind of bravado because she talked to Homelander like she about that. You know what I'm saying? She talking to man. I don't give a fuck how big I thought I felt in those moments. He just cooked somebody in the oven, just blew a hole through somebody's nether regions. First of all, I wouldn't have even gone there. The fact that she went there, you knew what was happening. You knew why he was in there. I wouldn't even showed up that bitch for real. She was talking to man's real big talk. Like, yo, yeah, we engineered you to need love and need support. We had the best psychologists make sure to instill that in you. That shit was our greatest success. Whoop-de-whoop, dee-dee-dee-da, big boss, big talk, you know what I'm saying? HBIC shit. Homelander looked at her as like, nah, I don't need that shit no more, peep game. You wanna know why I call this the bad room, right? Because he had brought her over to the room. This man, he brought real meaning. He brought real meaning to the title American Psycho. Because he killed everybody in there and locked her in that room with mangled corpse and body mass everywhere. And my man just in the elevator on straight American Psycho shit, bruh. Blood everywhere. And that's just where he at. He feeling himself, trying to be like, I don't need to. He just need to kill some more people, to be honest with you, because that's just what he need his daily fill. That's his fix for real. Like, I don't even know what to do with that. The trauma bound shit is going crazy in here, man. I'm down for the whole shit, but that's a take. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that social media, and I catch y'all next event. Peace.